Hey guys, Yankee here, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on Stargirl, The Lost Children. This collects issues 1 to 6 of the Stargirl, The Lost Children miniseries and the Stargirl Spring Break special from a few years before that. So this series ties in heavily to Jeff Johns' current at this time, Justice Society series. So, like a few years ago, it was announced Jeff Johns is coming back to Justice Society. He's going to write Stargirl and JSA, and it's going to be great. And if you know what's going on now, Jeff Johns is leaving DC. So, that Justice Society series is ending probably at issue 12, I think. If it ever fully comes out, it keeps getting delayed. And this Stargirl book was initially teased as like an ongoing, um, before it like officially got announced, and then it was just a mini series, which is unfortunate. But so Stargirl: The Lost Children is about Stargirl and Red Arrow Emiko Queen, Oliver Queen's younger sister, searching for missing and forgotten sidekicks from the past, and they eventually find an island full of them who have been sort of held here by a creature called the Childminder, who has kidnapped them for somebody, and we don't know who. She's taken them out of time. Some of them have been completely forgotten. And yeah, it's just they get to this island, they free the children, they try to escape. Um, Overall, this whole series, it was fun. It was a good read, but it very much does feel like setting up stuff that's not going to happen. Now that you know that Johns is leaving, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say most of these characters, especially the new ones introduced here, aren't going to pop up very often, right? End of this book is them setting up the idea of the Young Justice Society, which, uh, that makes sense. Johns does Justice Society stuff. The artist Todd Knock here is from the Young Justice book. Young Justice Society makes sense. But now I don't think anything's going to come of that, which is unfortunate, because some of the characters here were neat. The artwork was the standout. Todd Knock's art was great. I really enjoyed it. I don't think I've ever read anything from him before. I didn't read Young Justice. I might have read like an issue of the Teen Titans comic he did back in the 2000s that was a tie into the show, but that would have been it, and I wouldn't have known his name. So the artwork in this is excellent. I hope, like, my one thing coming out of this is I really like Todd Knock, and I'm hoping that Young Justice gets reprinted at some point. It just got new trades a few years ago, but I missed them and they're all expensive now. Story-wise, I don't have any hope of this stuff mattering, which is unfortunate, because on its own, though, it is a fun little story, but it's a lot of setting up characters that are just going to be around, and I don't think they'll get used. So, like, original characters that I don't think are going to pop up, old Golden Age characters that nobody remembered except people like Jeff Johns, and they're jumping ship. And then the funniest one is, or not funniest, but like the most interesting is, what is her name? Right here. Um, oh my gosh, I can't remember her name, but she's from the Young Justice comic, and she's a character that just nobody touched since New 52. So I assume Todd Knock coming in to do this series is like, hey, Jeff, can we bring back this character I co-created? She hasn't been around for a while. I'd like to draw her again. It's like, yeah, sure, throw her on this island. She fits in. It's for characters that have been forgotten and lost to time. It's perfect. Um, so her popping up was funny, because she just stands out so much from the rest of them, because the rest are like all Golden Age characters, or like new characters created to be Golden Age characters that have been forgotten. But so like, she exists at like the same era as Stargirl. I think Emiko's the most recent one here, because she's from like 2010, the Jeff Lemire Green Arrow stuff. Um, but yeah, like, we got this team that I don't think anything's going to happen with, which sucks. The story on its own, fun, and I think if you know anything about DC and you're just like, yeah, DC has a lot of old Golden Age characters. I don't even know who most of them are. This book will be good for you, I guess. Like, it'll be fun, right? It's just a fun Stargirl adventure where she just meets a bunch of like missing children. It's a fun story. I think if you don't know much about like old DC characters, like it might be easy to not realize that some of these characters are original and made for this. Like there's some cool ones, and when you look at them compared to like the characters they're supposed to be sidekicks for, they fit pretty good. Um, and like they mix in well with the old ones. So like the new characters introduced here are cool. The old ones brought back are interesting, and it's just a fun little adventure. But yeah, it's unfortunate that I don't think it'll go anywhere. But anyway, those are my thoughts on Stargirl: The Lost Children. Great art, fun little story. Don't expect anything to come out of it. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.